For the next item, we do have coming forth for the board's consideration a review, as we do annually, of our Henrico County Public Schools 2023-2024 Planning Guide and an academic and career planning update. And Dr. Hughes is coming forward with Liz Parker to kick that presentation off.
Good afternoon, Chair Shea, members of the board, and Dr. Cashwell. As Dr. Cashwell said, my name is Leslie Hughes, and I'm the Chief Learning Officer for Henrico County Public Schools. With me this evening, or this afternoon, I should say, is Liz Parker, Director of School Counseling Programs, Student Support and Wellness. Together, we will present an overview of the fully digital HCPS Planning Guide for the 2023-2024 school year for the board's approval. In direct alignment with Destination 2025, academic and career planning continues to be an implementation driver for achieving academic excellence. In addition, careful and thoughtful academic and career planning will assist students with the skills and attributes necessary to be life ready. Before we move on, we would like to thank the many different departments, teams, and stakeholder groups, as shown on the screen, that met, reviewed information, and provided input over a period of months in order to develop the HCPS Planning Guide proposed this afternoon. And now I will turn the remainder of the presentation over to Liz Parker, who will introduce the fully digital HCS Planning Guide for the 2023-2024 school year and highlight format and content revisions, which we will ask the board to approve.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Shea, members of the board, and Dr. Cashwell. Today's proposed revisions to HCPS's 23-24 Planning Guide remain an important piece of a much larger puzzle that, when put together, provides HCPS students with access to coursework and learning experiences that allow them to meet their individual academic goals, graduate life ready, and be prepared for multiple post-secondary pathways. This year marks the third year of updates to the HCPS Planning Guide since its transformation to a fully digital resource that can be accessed anytime, anywhere, from any device, including all HCPS-issued laptops provided to students annually. As a reminder, Wi-Fi hotspot devices are also available for students annually who do not have home internet access. The fully digital planning guide remains user-friendly and provides the opportunity for students and families to quickly navigate to specific sections of interest, such as diploma requirements or course descriptions, directly from the homepage. Students and families desiring a more guided experience can navigate through the planning guide by utilizing the simple three-step career development process shown here. To date, we are pleased to share that the fully digital planning guide has received approximately 103 total page views since last November, with an average of over 100,000 total page views annually since its initial launch. Page views peak in January and remain at their highest through March, which coincides with our course request process and targeted academic and career planning initiatives. A priority of the HCPS Planning Guide Committee each year is to incorporate and respond to stakeholder feedback. And this year, stakeholders indicated a need for the planning guide to be as valuable of a resource for families as it is for students. Therefore, as we work to enhance our planning guide, accessibility and equity considerations were at the forefront of all proposed revisions. To that point, this year's overall site updates include the addition of a new translation feature, which provides users with the opportunity to select from 104 different languages in which to view the 23-24 planning guide. Additionally, directions for printing and download and print quick buttons were included in each section for the planning guide to provide printer-friendly PDF versions of online content. Furthermore, as you will recall, revisions to the previous planning guide included the integration of Major Clarity, HCPS's online college and career readiness platform, to support the first year of Major Clarity implementation in the school division. Now, with staff and students successfully onboarded to the platform, proposed revisions to the 23-24 planning guide include a clear focus on helping HCPS parents and guardians engage in the Major Clarity platform with their students. Specifically, a new page titled Getting to Know Major Clarity for HCPS Parents and Guardians was added to the Career Exploration section of the planning guide. This page provides clear login instructions for parents and guardians of HCPS students, a video overview of the platform, links to user guides and tutorial videos, and additional resources that may be helpful to all HCPS parents and guardians. These 3 new site features will further solidify the 23-24 HCPS Planning Guide as a valuable, full-service academic and career planning tool for HCPS students and families alike. Of equal importance to these overall site updates, a number of specific content changes and revisions were proposed in an effort to provide the board and the school community with time to thoughtfully review each of these proposed updates and revisions. A detailed executive summary, as outlined on this slide, was provided in advance to the school board and was made available to the public in board docs. These proposed revisions ensure that the 23-24 planning guide remains in alignment with the VDOE standards of accreditation, as well as with HCPS policy, and include programmatic updates, as well as updates to course offerings, course titles, course descriptions, and typical pathways across all content areas. We will be asking the board to approve the proposed revisions detailed in the executive summary during this evening's monthly meeting. We will now turn our attention to an update on HCPS's partnership with Major Clarity, and then take a look at how HCPS is expanding its use of both Major Clarity and PowerSchool to further support student college and career readiness and family engagement with the academic and career planning process. Last year, 28,313 HCPS students in grades 4 through 12, or 82%, logged into their Major Clarity account, completed career assessments, engaged in career exploration, and began career-aligned academic planning within the platform. Compared to the industry average of a 20% activation rate in year 1, it's clear to see how HCPS's targeted year 1 implementation earned Major Clarity's Platinum Power User status, the highest designation awarded to the top 10% of district users nationwide. In addition to highlighting overall student account usage of Major Clarity, we wanted to share select Major Clarity data, reports, and analytics from fall of 2021 to the present that provide valuable real-time insight into HCPS student interest in specific career paths, career clusters, and academic pathways. As you are aware, student-driven career exploration in Major Clarity begins with the Career Interest Inventory, which is completed by all students in grades 6 through 12. After taking the inventory, students participate in career test drives of career paths of interest by watching videos with local experts in their fields and working through career simulation activities with authentic workplace scenarios. Displayed on this slide are the 5 most popular career paths to test drive in HCPS to date. Of these top 5 career paths, you can see the percentage of HCPS students who've completed a video interview and/or simulation activity in each. After each test drive, HCPS students rate their compatibility with the career or occupation, and these ratings automatically refine their individual career path projections to personalize the exploration experience even more. Furthermore, this career exploration guides students as they select HCPS academic pathways during the creation or revision of their academic and career plan. HCPS academic pathways are career-aligned roadmaps of required and recommended coursework, customized to parallel the HCPS planning guide. And over 80 different HCPS academic pathways have been mapped into Major Clarity to date. Here you see the top 5 HCPS academic pathways as selected by students from fall of 2021 to date. Of these top 5 pathways, you can see the percentage breakdown of student selections during the creation or revision of their academic career plan. And on this slide, you'll find all 17 Virginia career clusters ranked in order by the percentage of students overall who have selected any given academic pathway within that career cluster. The analytics shown here, as well as those on the previous slides, are dynamic and update in real time as HCPS students continue working in the Major Clarity platform. We look forward to continuing to monitor this data to efficiently and proactively inform our program planning and ensure that our offerings are in alignment with student interests and needs. And while continuing to utilize Major Clarity to drive career exploration, academic planning, and post-secondary investigation, we have expanded student college and career readiness opportunities in the platform by activating the Financial Resources feature. As a result, all HCPS secondary students and families now have access to a free scholarship database with more than 32,000 local, regional, and national scholarship opportunities. The scholarship database is updated in real time and can be easily accessed directly from the Student Major Clarity account. The addition of the Financial Resources feature supports our Year 2 goal of increasing overall usage and student engagement with the platform while ensuring that all HCPS students and families have access to the scholarship and financial resources they need to make their post-secondary goals a reality. In addition to Major Clarity, we have identified a function in the HCPS Student Information System, PowerSchool, that once configured carefully will further support the ability for families to actively engage in the academic and career planning process. Specifically, the setup of PowerSchool's graduation plan will provide a mechanism for schools to view and track an individual or group of students' progress towards graduation based on successful completion of all diploma requirements, while allowing students and families to access similar information by way of the graduation plan progress page in the student and parent portal of PowerSchool. This page, as displayed here, utilizes a color-coded bar to indicate high school credits earned, credits in which a student is currently enrolled, requested or planned credits, and credits still required. Additionally, a green check mark indicates that a graduation or diploma requirement has been completely satisfied. Furthermore, all information will reflect the individual student's diploma of choice as selected in PowerSchool, including the standard diploma, the advanced studies diploma, or the applied studies diploma. The graduation plan progress page will also allow students and families to drill down to receive a more detailed look at the student's progress towards each individual diploma requirement, similar to what can be seen here in the area of English for a student pursuing an advanced studies diploma. As you can imagine, the setup of PowerSchool's graduation plan is complex, and ensuring the accuracy and functionality of this feature prior to its activation is paramount. Therefore, a detailed project plan, timeline, and work group has been developed to fully support this initiative. And today, I'm pleased to share that work on this project is already underway with the goal of making the graduation plan available to school counselors in early January for testing and troubleshooting, and activating the graduation plan progress page in the student and parent portal of PowerSchool during the second semester of the current school year. Utilization of the graduation plan function in PowerSchool will further establish an annual academic career planning process that is clear, transparent, and collaborative for school, staff, students, and families alike. It's easy to see how Major Clarity, PowerSchool, and the HCPS Planning Guide are all critical tools to support students and families in their academic and career planning efforts, and to ensure that HCPS students and families are aware of the information, updates, and expanded tools that have been shared today. A communication plan has been established that includes both division and school-level communication, some of which has already begun. Additionally, school counselors are available in every school to answer questions, address concerns, and partner with parents and guardians as we work together to support all HCPS students in identifying, planning for, and meeting their educational and career goals. Finally, we wanted to highlight some important next steps and upcoming dates, including a January 10th Bridge Builders Session Academy focused on getting to know major clarity to assist students who will be entering and families of students who will be entering grades 6 through 12 in the 23-24 school year. And this will assist them in preparing for the 2-week HCPS course request window set to open January 16th and run through January 27th. School-specific details and information about the course request process will be communicated by the school directly to students, parents, and guardians. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity to share proposed revisions to the planning guide for 23 and 24, and details about our expanded use of Major Clarity and Power School as we continue to work to support HCPS students in discovering their future careers and the paths that can make them a reality. At this time, Dr. Hughes and I are happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Ms. Parker. I'll start to my left with Ms. Ogburn.
Sure. It's such a tremendous amount of information, but compared to when I first sat on the board, what the planning guide is now, if you remember, well, you weren't here, but still, back then it was a printed paper document. I mean, I can't imagine, first of all, how much money this saves us to have it online, ease of use, being able to update it, and all of that to me is terrific, but not having to print it, it's amazing. But show my age, but I especially like the graduation planning tool, and for kids to be able to keep up where they are in that process and making sure that we're keeping ahead of that. And the resume builder. I think that is a great tool in Major Clarity for teaching not only the kids that they need one and how to build it, but, you know, keeping up with that I think is great. So nothing but positive feedback from me on this. I think it's just a great tool for our students and our families, and the ease of use and accessibility is incredible. So all from me.
Thank you, Ms. Ogburn. Ms. Kinsella?
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited about all of this because just looking at it and hearing about it from parents and constituents that just want to know more about the entire process. And I guess a parent at the town hall said last week, she's like, I have so many apps, you know, between elementary, middle, high school, and I think she had a college student as well. So she had a lot of apps going on. So this makes me happy for everyone in the division, especially, I mean, I have to say equally for students, parents, and counselors. Just looking at the graduation plan progress, it would seem that it's a lift from our counselors, but it also seems like the counselor, what's currently facing the counselor when they speak to our students or with our parents, now parents, yay, are going to get to see the same thing the counselor gets to see, right?
Yeah, correct.
Is that right, that now what the counselor sees, parents are going to see?
The same information, but it's displayed in a very user-friendly way for parents and students.
Okay, so I'm excited about that for so many reasons, but just it gives parents the access because not every student, I know our counselors meet with our students, but not every student is equipped to be making all the decisions for themselves, and parents need access to this information to help support their students. In my mind, it would seem that with this technology that it would pave the way to have also more meaningful exchanges between our counselors and our students and parents, right?
Correct.
Can you speak to that?
Yes, being able to be completely transparent with this information so that parents and students have this information available at all times can absolutely help to create more meaningful conversations when they do have that time period together. So instead of them filling in the parents about where they are in their graduation plan, they can talk about what's next and really talk about course descriptions and talk about career plans and really help to make those connections.
Okay, and then speaking to as the timing of things, you said this won't come online until second semester, the Power School graduation plan?
So the parent So the school counselor piece will be available in time for course requests for this year. And then we are troubleshooting all of the potential things to make sure that when we do activate the parent portal and student portal piece, that everything is functioning 100%. We would not want to be in a situation where any misinformation was being provided to a parent or student in terms of their progress towards graduation.
Right, absolutely. Okay, so we're not sure of the exact release date yet. So as we're thinking about that, do you have, I know our paper guides used to suggest, when parents do have access to this, our paper guides used to suggest, hey, these are the options perhaps that fill the course requirement if a parent and a student are looking for just credits to meet the graduation requirement, no matter the diploma they're trying to get. Is there going to be a feature built in that would perhaps auto-populate?
Yep.
I guess
So in
based
major
on-
clarity in their academic career plan, that does happen.
Okay.
So if a student is planning in their academic career plan for English, all of the courses that are offered that would meet that plan are available for the student to select from.
Okay, so on slide 15, for example, they would just have to look at slide 15 and then go to major clarity, something separate, right? And log in there?
Well, so no, slide 50, so the graduation plan tracker is really to help, like you said, facilitate and support the conversations that they're having with their counselor. So we will still absolutely continue during the course planning process to be meeting individually with students and parents in order to make their course selections.
Okay, and then what about, are we considering including verified credit status in the plan progress? Because that's a big part of getting our students across the stage, is the verified credits.
It is an excellent question. I will work with our SIS team and I can absolutely get you that answer.
Okay, and then our counselors. So because this just means so much to me, having this dashboard available for our it's just going to be a game changer for everyone. Counselors, parents, students. In terms of counselors in the 11 and 12-month employee status across the division, are we thinking that we're meeting with students? Do we have the employees timed in terms of their work schedules to meet with our students in time, right? Like, we're not meeting with our students, November of senior year, for example. But I do know that perhaps we're meeting with some of our juniors in October, November of their junior year. So perhaps, are they really on track, or is it too late to get them on track to cross the stage for their senior year? Do you follow what I'm saying?
I do. All of our students in grades 9 through 12 should be having annual individual sessions with their school counselor for course planning. So their counselor is continuously checking that
good.
information to ensure and to flag so that when they're course planning with the student, they're addressing anything that they need. And major clarity syncs with our course history in Power School. And so if a student has an academic career plan and perhaps doesn't pass a course, it automatically pre-populates so that the student knows they need to retake that course, and it adjusts their academic career plan, if that makes sense. So
No, it makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad to know all that support is in place for the counselors supporting our students and parents. But with all of the mental health that our counselors are doing, do we have enough counselors, and are the schedules set up for everyone to be successful, for our counselors to be successful in all they're doing?
So,
In your opinion,
yes.
right? 'Cause
well, we
you're
could
over
always use
counseling.
more counselors. We could always use more school-based mental health staff. I think our teams do a really phenomenal job of balancing the two and of prioritizing school-based mental health needs versus academic career planning needs. They're very creative in the ways that they do that and the way that they work together as a counseling department to ensure that all student needs are being addressed.
Okay, and then lastly, I will just say I'm so excited that about the translation feature online in 104 languages. I'm so excited. We have certainly come a long way, and we needed to, right, in meeting the needs of our students and families. But just thank you for the presentation. Appreciate it.
Thank
Chair
you.
Shea?
Thank you, Ms. Kinsella. Reverend Cooper?
Well, I just had 3 appreciation statements, Ms. Parker and Dr. Hughes, and my colleague to the left, Ms. Kinsella, took the first one about the 104 different languages. I'm so appreciative as we continue to expand access to our students, staff, and families by providing those translation features. That's my first one. Second one, thank you for the updates to allow more user-friendly access and guidance in navigating the system for our parents and guidance and students. Thirdly, I appreciate the updates in providing more comprehensive descriptions to some of the sections and titles such as Imagine Edgenuity, Evening School of Excellence, etc. This helps with more in-depth clarity and understanding for those who use the platform. So thank you all so much, Madam Chair.
Oh, thank you, Reverend Cooper. Ms. Atkins?
Well done. I am very excited as well. I echo all of the appreciation that my colleagues have already shared. I did have one recommendation for the team to consider around that section where there's the resume builder. Oftentimes with human resources or employers, they look at the digital footprint as well. So resumes typically is something that, the individual, that the candidate creates. However, the digital footprint is something that employers and human resources use. So my recommendation would be to explore putting a digital footprint template right alongside the resume builder to make our students aware that employers also look at your digital footprint and what you do online and on social media and create that in making decisions on moving forward. Colleges do as well. So if you would just consider looking at the digital footprint and adding that right alongside the resume, that may be very helpful for our students as they apply to colleges or for those entering the workforce. Specifically in the military, they also look at the digital footprint of individuals as well. And so that was the recommendation. And I had one other around the page around free scholarship database. I want to just confirm that list there will provide additional information. So does it link back to the actual owner of the grant or the scholarship?
Correct.
Or does
That's
it take
correct.
you to another list?
Nope, it links directly back to the scholarship, so students can immediately apply if they choose to, or they can favorite it and come back to it later.
Okay, fantastic. That's so easy. So again, 2 words, well done, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Atkins. Just kudos to the whole team involved for the increased accessibility and digestion of this. It can be really overwhelming. I'm a 5th grade mom, and I got the email, even being so involved, having taught in schools, and the role now, course planning's coming. I broke out in hives. So I appreciate you making it as accessible and digestible for our families as possible. To speak a little bit to what Ms. Kinsella was bringing up with our counselors, they are such, no matter how accessible and how digestible it all is, they will always be a critical piece of this, and talking through with our students and helping them make selections and figure out what path is best for them, especially with how the wide variety of options we have in Henrico. And so just got to throw a plug in there for our counselors and really trying to get to that 80-20 time split, and how they, this might be a little much, but how they are the case managers for 504s, and that's using a significant amount of their time that doesn't get them to the 80-20 split. And so as we look at ways to free them up to do more of this and mental health supports and those things that are really by ASCA, the critical pieces of their role, for us to continue to look at solutions for that, so that they can have that flexible time to be one-on-one with students. So, speaking to their critical role in this, just encouragement for you and your team as talking with students to continue to, flex programs like CTE and the other programs that for students to help find their best fit. But also, really encouraging our students and families to take time to make selections that are best fit the need of the students. More is not always better. right? And I think we've lost that over the last decade. And so really looking at leveling of what classes fit best, looking at the class load on the macro view, and encouraging our parents and counselors to learn that. But then also I got to put a plug in for encouraging electives. And they just provide so much balance for our students, but also grow their passions, which benefit the student and the school community and all of that. So thank you for the role of your team, not only revamping this, but helping guide our students, and just, those thoughts as we launch into this. So thank you.
Thank you.
Anything? Follow-up, redirect to Ms. Kinsella.
Thank you, Chair Shea. Yes, it's on follow-up to a question Ms. Atkins asked. In your opinion, or is the Major Clarity Scholarship Database, do you feel that's more comprehensive than the College Board site?
So we recommend parents and students use a variety of different scholarship search databases. So that would be one, FAFSA's another one, the
There'd be
College
one
Board
more.
site,
Okay.
correct. Yep. So we would always recommend that parents and families and students utilize a variety. Our GRASP advisors that we have in each of our buildings that really help support students with financial resources also share that recommendation.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chair Shea.
Thank you so much.
I also echo my thanks to the team for their work on this, and appreciate the comprehensive presentation. And as was shared by Dr. Hughes and Mrs. Parker, we'll be seeking the board's approval of those revisions at our monthly meeting this evening. So thank you.